Hello everyone, this is a new video, this time traveling through the north of Albania and Montenegro. This is more like a video of a 7-day trip through some of the towns by car. What you're seeing here is a museum nearby Kruje castle, which is where we started immediately when we got the rental car from Tirana. It's a very cute town, and we stayed in a castle, which was very nice. There's a small old town there where you have some shops. You can easily spend like 3-4 hours there to visit the museum and this old town. After that, we drove to shkodër, where we visited this castle. And then it has this very cute town. Had some dinner at a place called Baku. Pretty okay food, not too great actually. And then this is in the evening in that same town. Next day, breakfast at the hotel. Hotel was about 50 euros, actually quite cheap. It looked a bit tacky, but it was very clean. And then from there we drove to Lake Skadar in Montenegro, so we passed the border. And there we did a hike. Quite a tough hike actually. We wanted to rent a bike in virpazar, but somehow there were no bikes for rent, so we decided just to walk around and do a hike where you have these churches and abandoned buildings. And the trail, we kind of lost the trail, I would say. So here there's still kind of a trail, but at some point it was quite rough terrain. But eventually we made it. And virpazar could be because it's a little bit off season, but there was not too much to do. It was also a lot of wind, so kayaking was also not possible. And then from virpazar we drove to, I think, budva. It's something we never heard of, but we're actually read online once. Also quite a cute old town where we walked around a bit, and surprisingly developed. So a lot of fancy restaurants and bars and things to do. So we walked around also in Budva, stayed there for one night. So there is a lot of these small towns where you can easily spend a day. So mostly we arrived in the afternoon, check in, and then the next day we'd go somewhere else. It is actually the same place. So in Budva we took a ferry to this island called Sveti Nikola. Pretty clear waters, very nice. Maybe a little bit underwhelming, I would say. We stayed about an hour there, walked around a bit, and then came back. There was a lot of Turkish people, but also a lot of Turkish places, which was very surprising. But also very nice, because that means we can easily eat halal food when we want to. A lot of cute kittens, finally, after not seeing them in Albania. And then this is in Tivat, actually. Also another cute town where we had a really nice boutique hotel. I went for a run there, which was not smart to do with the heat, but it was very nice. And then we stayed in Tivat, but then Kotor is very nearby, so we visited Kotor, which also has this old town. And in Kotor also we walked around in the evening, had some dinner, actually at a place called Pier 57, I think. It's really nice food, also Turkish. And then from there we are back in the hotel, which is here. We had a really nice breakfast, or like almost like a restaurant-alike breakfast. And of course always the AeroPress, which I bought a week ago so we can make decent coffee. This was the view from the hotel room. And then this is us leaving again. From here, from Tivat, which you see here, we drove all the way up, actually from a different road. So from the north side of the lake Skadar, which is definitely a recommendation. Beautiful roads, beautiful views. I think this was also part of definitely recommend renting a car in Albania, because just driving on these roads is really beautiful and stunning. And then we drove to Çetinje actually first. When we arrived, there was this monastery, something that we could visit, which we did. To be honest, not great, not really worth the visit. And then we went to Podgorica. We didn't hear very good stories about it, and in the short time that we were there, it might be true, because there was really not much to do. So we drove back to shkodër, because from there we took a bus to do the hike from Valbona to theth. So here we are in the bus to Valbona, or actually to Koman. Here we took a ferry from Komani Lake, which is about a 3-hour ferry ride to Koman, to Fierze actually. So from Koman to Fierze, super nice with the ferry. We stood in the back first, but it was way too noisy. So then we went to the front, which was much better. A lot of nice views. And the ferry, the bus ticket was 8 euros. The ferry was, I think, 12 euros. And then again, you need to take the bus for like 8 euros. You can buy them online, but you can also just buy them there. Online is 12 euros. If you buy it physically there, it's 8 euros. So there were, a mix of people, and also some with cars, some with motors on the ferry. Once we arrived, there were, as always, you just have to look for a bus. Someone was willing to take us. Also paid about 8 or 10 euros. Finally arrived in a guest house. Super nice, Albioni something, with this insanely nice view, which these people wake up to every day. There, the first day, where we slept the night, and the next day we started our hike at 7 in the morning, which is here. So it starts in Valbona and we end in theth, but you could also do it the other way around. Beautiful views again. The hike was pretty okay actually. The first part was a bit annoying because of the rocks, but afterwards it got better. I saw these wild horses. This is at the peak of theth, which is I think about 99 meters. Overall, really nice views again. And it was a pretty doable hike. We left at 7, but if you want to do this hike, I would say even if you leave at 9 in the morning, it's fine, because we left at 7 and we arrived at 1 in theth, where we had a drink at a cafe and just chilled a little bit until there was a fan going to shkodër. That was a bit more difficult than we thought. There was only one leaving at 4 with this guy, which was driving insanely, like as a lunatic. But finally we arrived in shkodër, and then we decided the same day to actually stay in a spa/resort, which is called Luani Spa and Wellness. So in that evening we used the spa a little bit, and the next morning they have a pool and a fitness area. So quickly did an exercise for half an hour, and then we hit the wellness. It was a jacuzzi, a Turkish bath, etc. After that, we went to Tirana, because we didn't visit Tirana before yet, because we immediately left to Kruje. And Tirana, I think we were a bit done with visiting all the towns and the hiking, so being in a city is nice. This is the pyramids of Tirana, I think it's called. Super nice, a lot of nice architecture, really nice cafes and shops. So we walked around a lot, saw some mosques, some bridge built by the Ottomans, etc. So this was on Saturday, where we explored Tirana, which was really nice to see. So this is like a quick video of 7 days by car visiting some towns, which hopefully gives an impression of the beauty of Albania, at least the northern part of Albania and Montenegro and around Lake Skadar. And also, of course, what you're seeing here, 2 Turkish coffees and pastry for €4, so the costs are also very doable. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.